There's a good deal to explore on this page. This is the page which shows the heart of Mahara. It's the page where all of the construction elements that we use to make quite elaborate web pages are stored. So we're going to take it easy as we look through here because it would be very easy to overwhelm ourselves if we go too fast. So first of all, we click the Profile tab here, and this reveals a group of containers. We've seen them before. Hang on a minute, I'm just trying to select them so they all stand out. This group of containers here, these are empty boxes basically. So here we are, this is what we take into the storeroom of the museum, and we put particular artifacts in each one of these, and then we bring them out, and then we take them down into the display area down here and locate them down in this area. So for example, contact information, I bring this out of I select the box and I drag it and take it down into this place here, and I could put it at the top of the page of the right hand column. So that would, well, let me show you what happens when we do that. So what happens is I place it there, and up comes the block that I've just, the container shows itself, and it gives us these opportunities. I could give it another title and call it something different from contact information if I wanted to. I can allow it to show my email address or not show the email address. In this case, perhaps I'll say let's show it. And then depending on what I filled in for Bill in the profile details, I have all of these fields that I could show in this block, but I don't have to show them all. I could just show one or two. So perhaps what I'd do is to show, let me just say I'm just going to show the blog address as being what I think important, maybe the country too, because that gives us a bit of a clue about who Bill might be. So now if I save that, we'll see the block, contact information with the blog address, the country, well, I wish it would say England rather than the United Kingdom, but anyway, United Kingdom is what it says, and here the email address. So that's very, very helpful. We can select with great deal of precision what little bits of information we want to show in something like that contact information block. Now if I want to edit that block, if I want to change what it says in there, I come over here. This is the edit control, and the control next to it with the cross on it is the delete control. So I could get rid of that block and put something else there, or get rid of that block and put nothing there. So anyway, let me just show you what it looks like when you edit. My internet's going very, very slowly, but here it is. There's the configuration block again. I could change the title. Now let me put something else in. Let's put my official website address in just so you can see that it has an effect. Let's save that, and there it is, blog address, so on and so forth. Okay, so there's a example of how we might use one of those containers and how we might fill it in. Now all of the other containers that are up here, my friends, my groups, my pages, profile information and wall, are already by default loaded into this page for us. Mahara has made us something of a page to start off with. So the profile information, this one, is what is here. This is the profile information, but it's been retitled to About Me. Here's the My Pages, same name. My Groups, you can see that, and already there's a little bit of content in there. We remember that Bill is a member of the Gaia Community Forum. He's also a member of the Learn to Use Mahara forum, so group. So those are already filled in. He hasn't been on the system very long, so he hasn't got any My Friends, but there's the My Friend block, you see. That's the same as that. And the wall, that's the same as that. So there we go. Or, in fact, now we've put the contact information in. All of the blocks that were up there at the top have been, as it were, are represented down here. So we've got them all. Now you might remember that onto another topic, you might remember that we added the possibility that we could see in our settings that we could see how to add and remove columns, and here are the controls for doing that. Here's the add column, so if I wanted to add one out to the left, I could do that by doing that, you see. So there's an extra column, so if I wanted to, I could move one of these blocks across and put it in this column on its own. So you see I'm arranging my web page by doing this. Actually, I don't think that's a good idea. I think probably what I would prefer to do is to keep the contact information over here, and I'll remove this extra column. I'll just use a two-column version of the site for the minute. There are other ways that you can change that feature of the layout, the columns. If we go up to the top of this page, you'll see there's an edit layout button. Let's go in there and have a look at that. And here are a whole collection of different options that you've got that are preset, so you don't have to work out too much what the widths of columns and things are. You can choose 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column and 5 column layouts, and with various widths of different columns. So there's a bunch of presets there, which is quite handy. And if you want at any stage to see what your page is actually going to look like when you've finished it, you can go here to display page. We haven't done very much, so the page is not looking very interesting at this stage, but we can continue to edit it and add materials to it. So here we go. Let's go back to edit this page. Go to the profile tab, because that's largely what I'm dealing with here, although we might also need to go to the resume tab to send. So look here, let's have a look at about me. So I want to edit this. I want to add some content in here. So I hit the edit button, and here's what we could show. So let's put a first name and a last name in. We have quite a few of these elements are already in the contact details, but I think I might do occupation and industry. The text that we put together for Bill's profile is called the introduction, so I'll have that too. And then I think that's all I'm going to have in terms of the that bit of profile information. Here I'm going to show the Barnacle Bill photo. I'm going to say yes please, and we don't need to show the email address because that's again shown in the contacts that we just put up. And it would be possible for me to write use a different piece of text for my introduction than the piece that I've placed in my profile. That would be possible by entering some text in here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the material that was prepared and uploaded earlier. So let's save that, and then we'll get a little preview of what that looks like. So that's been saved, and if we go down here we can see there's the text material, image, photograph, Barnacle Bill, and then at the bottom extra little bits of information there. Great. So basically we can build this page to make it look just exactly the way we want it to look, and you can change also the theme. So if you don't like the way that the page looks currently, you've got a bunch of different themes that you can choose from. Let's choose sunset, and then go to the top of the page. There we go. That's it. That's the If I go here, that's changed the theme to sunset, and if I hit the display model there, you can see there's Bill again's profile partly built and set against this background of the sunset theme. Very good. So effectively what we've done here is to build a page. It's a particular page, it's the profile page, and this is more or less the way that you go ahead and build any other type of page on Mahara. So over and out, and we'll look at page making in a bit more detail at a later date.